Hey everyone, it's Denise, approved reader number 444, coming at you with your new moon rising reading. We've got a new moon rising in Sagittarius and on the 23rd. So we're going to take a peek and see what the cards are saying, suggesting, guiding for us. So if you have watched a few of my live readings before, you know that I use a multiplicity or a combination really of tarot and oracle, and sometimes charms and sometimes my own guided messages deck. So, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing again today. So no surprises there. I am going to be using a spread that is going to guide this reading, and I will post that spread in the comments below, or minimally I'll post it when I post the picture of the cards that came out in this reading this evening. What I want to do before I start is just to remind everybody that the Approved Readers program is really in a pilot mode. We've got a few folks who have kindly volunteered basically to read for the community. And these are folks who are all advanced beginners all the way up. So various different levels of expertise. These are folks who want to get better by practicing reading for a large group or a collective, while also with the understanding that these are all, of course, general readings as well. We don't expect these readings to resonate with everyone in the group, but, you know, take whatever resonates and then leave whatever doesn't resonate. So again, you are in charge of your life. Make the decisions that are wise and prudent, and just, again, leave anything that's not working for you or it isn't resonating for you. But at any rate, at about 6 weeks into the program, so sometime in probably, the next few weeks or so, we'll send out a poll and see how this is resonating or how it's clicking with the collective, with the San Antonio Tarot group, you guys. We need feedback, right? That's how we improve. That's how we get better. That's how we know what to add or subtract. And so we really do need your input. So we'll go ahead and get started. I don't want to keep you guys very long because I know everybody is super, super busy, especially now. It is a holiday. It's a holiday week. And so many of you may already be on the road traveling if you're going to be visiting with family and friends over these next few days. So let's get to it, shall we? All right then, so my very first, I'm going to go ahead and pull tarot first, and then I will follow up with oracle, and then I'll finally finish off with any messages that you are, whoa. Let me turn off my sound. Give me 2 seconds here. Otherwise, you're going to hear all of my notifications. That's not cool. Anyhow, and we'll finish off with charms and any sort of support energies. I have several different decks that offer some sort of self-care and just support in various different ways. I'm going to tell you, the herbal plant world came in really strong tonight when I was pulling decks. Yesterday I started pulling decks yesterday as I was preparing for tonight, and so we've got some messages from our plant world as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I went ahead and shuffled off camera. I'm going to give it one, I did the deep shuffle there, and then I'm going to do a couple more riffle shuffles here, and then we'll go ahead and pull. This very first card is focus on what it is that you want to accomplish during this lunar cycle, right? So what are some of the things that you might want to accomplish? This is the emphasis on wants. What is it that you want to accomplish this lunar cycle? So with that said, they are ready. Okay, actually right there. I'm gonna have you kind of at an angle. Oh wow, look, the Fool. So it looks like you really want a fresh start, a new beginning. This is what you would really like to accomplish. You would like to be able to step out and trust, waiting for, knowing that the net will appear, that you are going to try something new. You want to go on a new adventure. You want that new energy back in your life. For some of you, this could very well be that you are going to be traveling potentially, starting a brand new project, a brand new adventure of some sort. So clearly you want this sort of the pull of newness, something new in your life. You want to be able to tackle that new, whatever it is, that new adventure, that new project, with deep trust in your heart. And I think this is a deep desire that probably resonates with many people right now, especially when we're in this time of year where we really do, and we're really feeling the pull of all of these things that are ending. We do want the hope of this, of this full energy that says, yeah, there's a new beginning coming up around, and it is safe to do so, right? It's safe. It's safe. You need to trust and step out and do that. So that's something I think that's really pulling at your heart potentially. That's like, yeah, I want to do that new thing. I want that brand new energy coming in here. So that was for the very first question. Again, what do I want to accomplish, or what do you want to accomplish this lunar cycle? The next question is, what do I need to accomplish this lunar cycle? So we've got this, we always have this tension between wants and needs. So let's see what it is that you need to accomplish. All right, so we've got the Seven of Wands here, right? So apparently there's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be attended to. It needs to be addressed. Different people who are pulling at your energies, different people who have expectations that are coming at you. There's like, I love the way I like to see I see the Seven of Wands card really as this card. I like to refer to it as mischief managed, right? It's this idea where you have all of these different things that are pulling at you or that are coming at you, and that you have the skill and the prowess to be able to tackle and manage all of those various things. So here's what I want to say. So all of the things that you need to get done, right? I'm thinking to-do list that's a mile long. I'm thinking bosses, coworkers. I'm thinking projects. I'm sensing all of these things that are kind of reverberating out in the collective. You have the skill set, you have the ability, you have, may not feel like you have the energy, but you also have that as well. And you have the passion to be able to fend off all of those things. And I mean, fend off, not so much as an actual, fend off in the sense that not fending off the overwhelm, right? So sometimes these things can be overwhelming, but you have the ability to do that. And I think that's fantastic, right? So again, remember that. Mischief managed, you are very capable, and those are the things that need to be done, right? You need to take care of these tasks. And as I'm reading this card, I'm sitting back and thinking about my own to-do list that feels like it's a mile long, and sometimes can feel overwhelming. We've got, of course, this is this time of year. We are in the holiday season. It started the last week in October, as far as I'm concerned, and we are in it, and there is so much. It seems in some ways at this particular time of the year, it also tends to speed up. We don't seem to have enough time to be able to accomplish all the things that we need to do. So get organized. You have an ability to do this. You can do it, and you can make sure that all of those things get taken care of. All right, so that was our second question. Our third question, what actions can you take to find alignment with these wants and needs, right? Sometimes these two things are in tension, right? They're in tension with one another. And we need to figure out how do we maybe accomplish both things, right? Before you go and leap off into that new whatever it is, adventure, or the desire for that, you got to put some of these other things to rest, right? You've got to manage some of these other things. So how do you come into alignment between these two? Page of Wands, right? Going in and finding that passion, finding a way that you can communicate to yourself, talk to yourself, and allow yourself to be able to go in there, pull on that passion again, come in at it with sort of a fresh set of eyes. I consider the page energy just to be a more youthful energy. When you've been working with something for so long, or when you're pulled or tugged in these two different directions, sometimes that energy gets a little bit old. And so what you need to do is really kind of come into reminding yourself, reminding yourself of potentially all of the things that are going to come to fruition, right? If you allow yourself to go ahead and balance those two things out, right? You can potentially do both of these things, right? These two things, these wants and these needs, these things are coming into tension. Yeah, you can do both of those, right? You can. It's possible. You got to find a smart way to do it, but it's very possible. So leaning in on this page, who is so incredibly ready for the journey, right? Is so ready and capable of climbing all of those mountains, right? I'm just that sheer youthful, can-do spirit of it. So lean into this page of Wands energy, reconnect to your passion, reconnect to a way that you can communicate. One of the things that I like to do when I kind of get stuck or I'm having a struggle between these things, what I like to do is to go in and journal it out, right? Just journal it out, allow myself to kind of, come up with my lists and to say, how am I able to kind of rebalance and find that place of motivation, deep motivation, right? So journaling could be a potential way to do that. We'll also be looking at some other ways that we can potentially do that as well. So that was card number 3. Card number 4 is just some guiding energies, right? Some guiding energies as you move through this lunar cycle. Oh, I love this. Don't you just love, don't you love her? Just love her. I love her so much. This, of course, is our 9 of Pentacles. This is a person who has worked very hard, right? Who is committed, who is somebody who I kind of see this is the result essentially after one is able to handle all of those wands, right? And manage all of that mischief. And they can sit back and enjoy, right? Enjoy this space that you create for yourself because you allow yourself to kind of balance those wants and those needs. So there is a real, I love this energy. Lean into this energy. Lean into your hard work. Allow yourself to appreciate the hard work that you put in. And know that once you put in that hard work, there is going to be a point at which you're going to be able to sit back and just enjoy it. Enjoy the space. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Know that it's worth it. This is sort of the reward in a way, isn't it? This is how you get to reward yourself. This is how you get to acknowledge that the work that you've done, that you've put in, right? You have become sort of, in a sense, a kind of self-made person, right? So that's a really lovely, this is a really lovely energy. I love the kind, there's also a very self-efficient kind of person, self-sufficient person, an efficient person as well. So this is somebody who has reached this point by being able to take all of those skill sets and putting them into play. All right, then. So that's what we've got for our tarot and our new moon spread. Let's go ahead then, and I went ahead. Let's see what other energies. I have a deck called the Tea Leaf Fortune Cards, and it's a 200 card deck. Oh my gosh. Lots of cards, lots of possibilities. It is an oracle deck. It is not a tarot, and I've already got one. So what we've got here is a diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Oh my goodness, isn't that really fun? As we are now smack dab in the gift-giving season, right? Where we tend to honor our appreciation and for others through exchanging of gifts. So this shouldn't come as a surprise. So be open, though. Be open for those gifts, which I think is really, really lovely. So diamond there. So gift giving. We'll pull another one here. Turkey. Hello. Someone is behaving stupidly. This is what it says about Turkey, right? So what I got immediately was that you may be slightly annoyed, some of you, with the behavior of acquaintances, perhaps family members, perhaps friends, coworkers, right? And yes, I mean, this person is sort of behaving in a way that's perhaps a little haphazard, isn't particularly conducive to positively reinforcing your relationship with them. And if you were kind of wondering whether or not this person was acting in such a way, then I'm going to say that the answer is yes, right? So it may have answered that question if you were kind of sitting on the fence about that. And this might be also an invitation to to reflect a little bit on maybe some of the things that you have been choosing to do lately, or a nice, I think a kinder way to put that is like, make sure, be reflexive, check in with yourself, allow yourself to say, okay, am I acting a little bit of that sort of acknowledgement, right? So this also could be for some of you, it's like, yeah, this is your invitation to understand, to recognize maybe you've been making some choices or communicating in such a way that isn't really particularly appreciated. I know that we don't want to hear that sometimes. I certainly don't like to hear that. But it's also, I think, really about the relationships. And our relationships do need care and sometimes careful communication. So again, be reflexive of that, especially as we also go into the season where we're also kind of imbibing, spirits and things of that nature, right? We all drink. Listen, I love a little bit of that. What is it? Sort of like coquito. Does anybody know what coquito is? It is a Puerto Rican rum coconut drink that is, at least my friends who are Puerto Rican, they say that it's usually made right around this time of the year, right? Kind of like tamales with folks who are Latinx. You're going to make them this time. You can get them all year long, but this is a special time. El coquito is delicious. You may be imbibing a little too much coquito, so be careful about acting stupidly, just in case. I'm winking here. You might not be able to see it because of the glue, the blue glare. And then we did pull one more. It says claw. It says, be careful, do not take risks, which seems to almost be opposite of what the Fool energy is saying here. But I think all this is saying, it's okay to trust and it's okay to leap, but also it's also okay to think where it is you're going to leap to. So give yourself and make sure that before you do that fully, that you just give it a good, give it a good reflection. Think about that a little more closely. All right, then, I'm thinking that we'll go ahead here and I will pull my, let's start going into self-care, ways to support yourself, some sort of self-care, and then we'll go into sort of final general messages. And then we'll go ahead and wrap this up. So I said at the beginning of the reading that it seemed like the plants world was really kind of reaching out here. I'm pulling next a card from my Essential Oils Oracle deck. It is a beautiful deck. It's got this silver. Can you guys catch that? Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? It's got this sort of edged in sort of this silver, and it's lovely. And here's the back of the cards. This beautiful kind of, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of a glare there. They're just really elegant. I'm going to say they're a very elegant deck. And that's the back of the cards. The front of the cards are also, well, I'll show you this here in a second while I pull an essential oil card. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love essential oils, and I absolutely love working with botanicals and the herb and plant and tree world with flowers. I love the various different energies. The plant realm is a very powerful realm. And I would say that what can support you, oh no, that's not it. Okay, that's feeling better. What? No, hold on, 2 seconds. They get really, they're like, no, not there. So I had to go and keep cutting. Oh, a wintergreen, interesting. Okay, so the way this deck works is that we have something called a trigger statement and then a true statement. And then we have the general theme. Now, the general theme here is trust. Are we seeing, hello, a connection? I think so. Yes, we are. So the trigger statement here is what if something happens, right? It's like, what if? That's that what if game that we play, right? What if something happens? But the true statement is, I take my hands off the wheel, right? Things are going to happen. Things do happen. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't take the risk or shouldn't trust. You know, of course, like I said, what Claw is saying over here is also be careful. And it seems like these energies are really kind of in tension with each other. Not so much that they're in tension with each other, that they're pulling away from each other, but they're in tension with each other this way, right? And the reason they're in tension with each other this way is just so that way you are paying attention to that guidance, that true sort of intuitive guidance. We get into our heads, and it's not a bad idea to be in our heads every now and then, but sometimes that head voice kind of drowns out the gut or the intuitive voice. But at the same time, I want to say that I think it is a balance, right? It's a balance. Balance is always tension. You know, you look at a ballerina that goes on point, you know, their legs are working, right? There's tension there to keep them up. So balance is not something that's like all easy or whatever. It's not. Balance takes work, right? And so this is what's happening here, which is that we've got a lot of this trust energy that's happening here, and that we also have this little bit of just a slight caution that says, but also do a little bit of looking before you leap, right? So with that said, I would say that we definitely have this affirmation here so far that this new adventure, the thing that you want, is something that is very much possible, right? It's very much possible. So wintergreen is the essential oil. If you work with essential oils, that might be something that you could diffuse in your diffuser. I sometimes, what I'll do is I will take, you want to do a patch test, but what I do is I will, of course, you never want to put essential oils directly on your skin. That's not a good idea. But what you want to do is you need to dilute them. So like a drop per teaspoon of a carrier oil, such as almond oil or a light olive oil, and putting that into a roller bottle, and then maybe rolling that a little bit on your inner wrist as a way. Or if you don't want to, right, if you don't want to use anything like that on your skin, understandably, you could take something like a tea light and you could dab that with a little bit of that wintergreen essential oil diluted first, and then light that tea light, and then you can, you know, allow the energy of wintergreen to kind of fill your space as a way to support you through these leaps of trust, right? Okay, it says here, this is the other message of this card. You are not alone. The universe is working with you. Relax and enjoy the adventure. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really lovely. All right, then. I think that I would like to, at this point, I am getting tugged to the charms. So let me just pull a charm really quickly. It's pulling me over here. It's saying the other hand, please. Not your left hand, but your right hand. All right. Look at this. Look, my friends. You see that? That's that compass. That's that internal compass. This is your true north. This is your North Star, right? Yes. Yes. Your tug to a new adventure and wanting to trust in that new adventure and to take that new adventure is here. Rely on that internal compass to get you there, right? To steer you straight, to steer you in the direction, trust it. So we've got definitely lots of themes emerging here. And then there's just one more, self-care. How do you take care of yourself in all of this, right? You may be working a little bit with wintergreen for some of you who choose to do that. But if you are not an essential oils person, or you're not particularly pulled to plant energy for one reason or another, what else could you do, right? So I've got my self-care wisdom cards here. So let's pull a little self-care card. Let's see what kind of self-care card we got here. All right. Yeah, okay. They want 2 of them, so we're going to get 2 of them. Okay. Feelings. Feelings. And on the back, it has words, so I'll read them to you. Healing begins with feeling. Be gentle with yourself and tender with your heart. All right. So allow yourself, again, it's okay to feel the feels. This is the time of year when a lot of feelings will come to the surface. Makes a lot of sense. So allow yourself to feel those feels. Okay. All right. So allow yourself to feel those feels. And then the other one was sovereign. You are the queen of your life. Treat yourself like royalty. All right. We're seeing resonance and echoing there. So remember to treat yourself well. Treat yourself like royalty. Do not allow yourself to be, to be mistreated. So it's you are sovereign. Okay. And then last bit, and then we're going to close it down. We're going to close this reading. We've got a couple of cards wanted to come out for this. So let's see, final messages for the new moon in Sagittarius reading. Okay. Nope. Yeah. Everything is figure-outable. Everything is figure-outable, right? When you are intense, especially here, these things that have to get done, everything is figure-outable, right? Don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed, although that energy is going to come at you strong. Just remember that everything is figure-outable, right? I believe that wholeheartedly. Everything is figure-outable. Well, my friends, that is your reading for the new moon in Sagittarius. Just remember that what I will do here is I will go ahead and take a photo of the cards, and I will post that. And yeah, if it resonates, fantastic. If it's not resonating, it's all right too. Just go ahead and take what does and leave the rest. You have a fabulous rest of your day or evening, whenever it is that you are watching this particular reading. And yeah, have a fantastic new moon. Have a fabulous holiday. If you are somebody who celebrates the Thanksgiving holiday, have a fabulous holiday. All right. See you later. Bye.